What's going on? This is Altone, and I wanted to share with you one upgrade. This is actually my first upgrade to my DEERC H16E from the challenge. So I will be doing some additional upgrades to this guy. This may or may not help with the speed. It's something that I'm just trying out to see if I get some better range and all that kind of stuff. I had it available, so I wanted to try it out. And I actually received this to try it out, and it is a transmitter from Dumbo RC, and it's the H16E 350. Really nice controller. It actually came with the receiver, and the receiver in here, let's swap this around so you can see it. And this is the receiver that it came with, the let's see, this is the H16E AB. It does not have a gyro in it. I would have loved if I got the one with a gyro, but this one doesn't have a gyro in it, but it's fine. It came with the receiver, and of course you can get additional receivers for this, and this is the radio itself. So let's go ahead and turn the radio on. I'll tell you a little bit about the radio. Channel 5 I think is awesome on this because you can actually set your channel 5. So this controller can be used with crawlers. So if you have steering, rear steering, you can actually, and I've seen other YouTubers do that, set up the rear steering on channel 5 and be able to steer it from here. And then they're driving with their thumb and their index finger. So this is really, really cool. You've got steering trim and throttle trim just like any other remote. Then you have a steering. This steering button here, actually what it will do is it will allow you to get more, and I haven't actually turned it on yet. It'll actually allow you to get more steering travel. So you can adjust your steering travel based on this. So I actually have it set between 100 and 75. I don't have it all the way to 100%. I may turn that down because with the speed challenge, all I want to do is make minor or small corrections to keep the car straight on the road during the speed challenge. So I may be turning that down, but I think this is absolutely fantastic. So then you have your there's another knob here for your, I'm trying to remember what this one is for. This one actually is for your throttle as well. Your throttle, because you know with this car on the original controller, when you turn it on, you have 70 and 100%. This will give you full control. This will give you full control. You can go all the way down 25, 50, 75, up to 100. It'll give you full control of your throttle. Hopefully, I'm hoping this will give me a little bit more so that I can actually get a little bit more speed out of it just by upgrading the remote. But we're going to take it out, test it out, and see how that works. Power button lights up. I love that. You have another button here that controls one of the channels on and off. Then on the top, you have it's channel 3 and channel 4. I was actually trying to see if I could, with this connected to channel 3, turn on and off the fan, but it doesn't work for that purpose because the fan wiring you're just using power from the ESC and the battery for your fan. So your fan is running constantly. You can't turn it on and off. But your lights, you can turn on and off because it does have a signal wire and a power wire going to it. So your lights on this guy, I have to be careful not to hit the trigger. Your lights I have on channel 4. During a speed run, lights won't matter unless we're running at nighttime, but you have the lights on channel 4, you can turn them on and off, and that's what all of these nice connectors on this side are for. If you have different lights, especially if you're running something that you have a bunch of different lights for, you can see here, you have your driving lights, which is what I have this connected to, and then you have other lights there that you can use. All of these can be used. Now what I've done here, and the reason why I have a short little extension cable here is to share with you or show you how I connected it. You only have your white and red, or your data and your power wire on your 3-prong connector on those. So what I actually did was I took one of these off and I trimmed the black side off of there, so I only had the 2 connectors, and that is what you see here. I didn't buy anything special. All I did was trim off. You can see where it's been cut. I trimmed off the connectors there. The other connector for the black. Just trimmed it off, and it fit right in there. Or if you don't want to use this, you can slide them in there. I would just say take some heat shrink and put the heat shrink on each one of the contacts and slide them down in there, and then you can use that to control your lights. Now, of course, you could actually use channel 4, or you can use that. You can use channel 4 because it is a 6-channel. You can use channel 4 here at the top here for different purposes. If you like, you can use channel 1 through 5. You can do other things with it, but that's for this particular vehicle. That's the way I have it set up, and I think it's great. I'm probably going to have to adjust my wheels on this guy just a little bit, but again, this is fantastic. Now, you might notice a little bit of jitter because I'm really close to the car, but as you get a little bit of distance, you should be able to have a really good clean signal. And we have additional, this should be also extending the range, which hopefully will give me a little bit more time on the road running so that I can actually build up the speed to get the speed up higher. Because what we're looking at is max speed. We're not worrying about distance. We're just trying to get max speed out of it. So on a relatively flat surface. And then I have this antenna wire. So what I'm actually going to do right here, and I'm printing myself a chamfer a fillet gauge right now so I can find out what this fillet is, and I'm going to 3D print a little block right here that the antenna tube is going to sit in, and then I'm going to run my antenna up through it. I'm debating right now on whether or not I'm actually going to cut an antenna hole right here in the body. I might do that, I may not. I think to begin with, I may just take this guy and bend it over like this inside the body, because the body will fit on there with this bent over like this. But at the same point, I don't want to put anything here that's going to interfere with the steering. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I may just go ahead, have this guy leaning back like this and come in straight out of the top of the body. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. It's not like it's going to cause any wind resistance, and hopefully that will get us what we need, and you know, it'll look really good. Again, like I said, the biggest thing is whatever modifications we make to speed this guy up, I need to be able to put the body back on. So putting a little hole back here doesn't help it doesn't hurt anything, and this new receiver is not hurting anything. And all I used was some 3M two-sided 3M automotive tape to put the receiver in. And if you need to, you can take it back out. So that's all I've really done so far as upgrading this thing. I wanted to share that with you, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe this is something that you want to try out. I'll make sure I put links down in the description for you as well. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me just to check this out. There will be more coming, not just on this, but on my many other projects as well. So if you see any value here, then make sure you give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see what else I'm going to get into, because I think this is a fantastic learning experience for me, and hopefully in the process of sharing as I'm learning, you'll learn something too that doesn't just apply to RC, but also applies to engineering and other things in your that could be valuable to you in life. So thanks again. Look forward to seeing you again very, very soon, and we'll get another speed run coming up very soon.